Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Sheen exclusive. We are here with the Supermom and crew, just in case you guys needed to know. I am here with the founder of Mielle Organics, Monique Rodriguez, actor, singer, overall baddie, LeToya Luckett, my girl, the queen of the bonnets and swagger, Resonate's mommy, Toya, right? How are you guys doing?
I'm great. How are
Good.
you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to cover up the bag. It's Mielle Organics for everybody listening because Laura frequently gets it wrong, and Monique can tell you she got it wrong the last time. I am bad at things. And so today we're going to talk about Mielle's latest campaign, I Know My Roots, and it's like a triple entendre. So Monique, can we get some information about the campaign and how you got started with it?
Yes. So the Unmasked campaign, I Know My Roots, is really all about just embracing our natural beauty and going back to our roots. A lot of us don't have really great hair stories growing up. And it was always, for me, it was always the straight hair. So I never really embraced my natural curls because I didn't think that it was beautiful. So, from relaxers to, putting flat irons on your hair can be very damaging to our hair. And I had to realize, I didn't realize actually until I was in my 30s that this is not healthy for my hair, and I really need to get my hair back into tip top shape. And that was how the company actually was founded, because I was going on a hair journey myself and I wanted to restore my curls. And so we want to just relay the message to young girls that are looking up to us that it's okay to embrace your natural beauty. You can have natural hair, you can be in a corporate environment, because our hair is our way that we express ourselves, and our hair is our, and it's really going back to our roots and where we came from, and embracing that natural beauty of what we were born with. So I'm really excited about the campaign. Toya, both Toya and LeToya, we are just so aligned. We're both moms. We're all moms. I always say that we're all moms, and we're also business women, and just to connect with like-minded people and people with good energy. Like, I like to work with people that have really great energy and that are just good people. So I'm excited to have them a part of our campaign and to work with like-minded people. So
Love that. So for Miss Luckett and Miss Wright, I wanted to know what brought you guys to the campaign, because we know that Mielle is a fantastic brand. Obviously, she keeps all of us popping in our anti-breakage, and the almond oil is amazing, and the roseberry mint oil is my favorite. And I just bought some, and the boxes are beautiful, and everything that the brand represents is solid. But for your own personal experience, why did you guys join as national ambassadors?
Well, we started with a conversation, and we realized that we all had so much in common. Like she said, we all are mothers. We all have stories about our hair journey, like similar stories or whatever. So we thought it would be a dope idea to collaborate. Working with Monique and LeToya has been awesome, because they are two, amazing women and, hardworking women. So I enjoy it. And I think it's a great campaign to put out there for younger kids and women that are older who are struggling and who don't know how to embrace their beauty, in their hair. Like, we all struggle. Like, still to this day, I have my moments with my hair, but I promise Monique, thanks to her and these amazing products, that I am going to do my thing and let my hair grow back right. I'm gonna focus on protecting my hair and treating my hair so it can be all down my back,
No, same. I think what you said was key to aligning yourself with such an amazing product.
Yes.
And women, I think it's very important to make sure that your circle is right. You know what I mean? And to surround yourself with women who empower you. I love what Monique is doing. I love what Toya is doing. I love they're both entrepreneurs, and they motivate me. They inspire me in so many different ways. And I think that Mielle is a product. It's not just a product, but I think it represents what Black women are, everything that we embody. You know what I'm saying? As a company, it's putting together campaigns like this that say, hey, sis, look in the mirror and feel good about you. You are enough. Know that your curls make you. Know that just because we don't see it on TV or in magazines, we don't, they don't like to put women that look like us on the front page of magazines often as they should. But Mielle makes sure every time you walk down I don't care, I was in Target yesterday. I mean, you're going to see us. You're going to see us. You're going to know that there's something out there for you. And so to have the opportunity to align myself with such an awesome brand has been awesome. It's been great. And this particular campaign, I want my daughter to look at this years down the line and say, wow, Mama did that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I love that she's going to be able to see women who have curls like her, and that they, she can appreciate it and feel good about herself. And beautiful women at that. So, yeah, this has been great.
You know what? And I think that's important that you said that, Ms. Luckett, because my hair journey has been whatever, right? We've all had, over-processed our bangs and burned it out. And it's like, correct me again, just because we overdid the bangs and the flat irons because we didn't know what we were doing, right? But I didn't really know or even think about how important hair was until I had a daughter. And recently, it was grown more important because she told me that she wanted straight hair, straight blonde hair, like JoJo, the YouTuber. No shade to JoJo, of course, she's delightful. But it frightened me because I'm like, okay, wait, are there enough Black kids on YouTube for my daughter? Like, what's happening? And that's how I kind of identified that it almost, even if there is something that is not literal, like Toya said, our faces are not in enough places. Our children are not being highlighted in that way. And I think that is really important. So my question to you guys, because we touched on me and my bangs and a bed of flat iron, can you share a story where you just know that you were ridiculously reckless with your hair and you're glad that you currently have edges? Let's talk about it.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go with this one. The iron that you iron your clothes with, I laid my bang on an iron board and allowed my friend to iron my hair so that it would be straight because there weren't flat irons at the time. And I didn't know I was scared of the hot comb. So I was like, this press wrinkles out, it'll press these curls out. So I'm gonna take, a shot at it, and I did. I'm so glad that I.
You wasn't scared you was gonna burn yourself?
I was terrified that I was gonna burn my forehead because I have a large forehead, as y'all can see. So I was like, I gotta make sure I back up and extend so that she don't get close to my forehead. But yeah, I wanted that bang straight, and that was the only way to accomplish it.
And I have a story. I actually have two stories. One, I grew up watching Full House, and the girls had this pretty big curly hair and straight hair. Like, to me, their hair used to always be so pretty. So I would watch Full House, and I remember telling my mom, I want my hair to be like that. And she was like, okay, I'll press your hair out. So my mom pressed my hair out with the hot comb, and my mom used to smoke cigarettes at the time. This lady burned my hair on fire trying to straighten it. So my hair was really brittle and stuff. I was like, you know what? That was a lesson. Girl, if you don't take that curly hair and wear it in a ponytail and keep it pushing, I wanted my hair so straight and silky. That was one story. And then as I got older, I remember like all of my friends going to the Dominican spots to get the Dominican blowouts.
Oh my gosh.
I kept going to get the blowouts till my hair started to be real thin, and I can smell the heat damage. Like every time I wash it, it would be damaged so bad. But after those experiences, it made me just be like, girl, like you need to really stop pressing your hair and damaging your hair and just embrace your hair. But it's so hard because we go through phases in life. It's like you want to continue to change your look. You feel like, okay, I feel like I love the way I look with straight hair. I love the way I look with these weaves. And we don't appreciate how beautiful we are without these things. Like I'm going through the process of teaching my daughter that now. Like to see my daughter do a video the other day, treating her hair with no weave on the internet, it made me feel so good as a mom because I'm like, you are beautiful. The weave does not define you. Like people can say what they want about your ends and all that. I love her clapback. She let them know, okay, I'm in a process of repairing my hair and I'm not afraid to show this stage of me. Like this is me. Like I love me and I love that I instilled those values in her to love her no matter what. Weave don't make you.
No.
Never.
No, and I think it's a part of us as well. Unfortunately, as in our community, we can do it to ourselves. I just had a family member minutes ago before I start this interview. My mom had conditioned my son's hair. My son's hair is a little longer, and his curls are a little looser, if you will, right? So they don't even realize that they said, "Oh, he got the good hair." See, Gianna was supposed to get the good hair. Right? And we don't know how sensitive our babies are to that. You know what I mean? At a certain age, she's gonna realize what that comment meant. You know what I mean? To say that, what, is her hair not good? No, as Black women, we are versatile. Our hair doesn't just have to be straight. It can be curly. It can have a tight curl. It can have a looser curl. It can do something different at the roots. And that's what makes us so beautiful. You know what I mean? But I noticed that it starts with us. It was almost triggering when you said, I didn't realize how important hair was until I had a daughter. You become more sensitive to the comments. You become more sensitive to the way that you speak to them because you want them to know that they're beautiful, like Toya said, right? So I'm now very conscious of that and very protective of that. And I want her to know that, okay, yes, take good care of your hair. Don't just allow it to dry out and use the proper products like Mielle that has oils and conditioners, everything that you need.
Did we lose her? I think we did. She'll be back.
Here it is.
There she is.
Hello.
Yay. So now we need your face.
Your camera's off though.
And it's frozen.
It's back.
To keep the hair moisturized.
Okay, there you are.
My camera's off?
It's
but I do know
you're back. You're back.
Okay, good. I noticed it can start in the family. It can start
in
the immediate family. So I just, as soon as that person said that, I was like, oh yeah, we gotta nip this stuff in the bud. Because eventually 4 or 5 years old, she's gonna start to think she has bad hair and that her brother has good hair, or and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, there should definitely not be a thing. There should be a thing as bad hair, like that scary movie that was out recently that my homegirl produced, or she acted in, that Lena Waithe was in. But no, other than that, that's the only bad hair.
And I think the narrative, it definitely has to change, and it is generational. Like even when growing up for me, it was my mom. She was very strict with me and my hair. So the thing is, she took me to the what we have here in Chicago is the Egyptians, which is just like the Dominicans, how they would fry and dye your hair. So she started taking me at the age of 12. I asked her to put a relaxer in my hair because it was always growing up that you wanted to have really straight, long hair, and that's what made you beautiful. And so my mom, she didn't really want to be bothered with my hair because my hair was really thick and curly. And so she started taking me to the Egyptians, and they would just like fry and dye my hair. So I was going to them from the age of 12 all the way into like my late 20s. And it was one time I went to them and I wanted them to dye my hair. So I let them lift my hair. I think I had went to blonde highlights. And then I had changed my mind. And I was like, you know, I want to do red hair because my friend had red hair. And I was like, we're going to be twins. I'm going to have red hair with you. And so I had went back probably like, like a couple of weeks later. And I was like, I want you to, you know, put a red color over my hair. And so not only were they frying, they dyed my hair red on top of the blonde and it turned my hair orange. And, you know, my hair was really thin and it was shedding. And I remember like sitting in that chair and I started crying because I was like, what did y'all do to my hair? And it's like, they didn't value the health of my hair. They didn't care. It was just like, you know, it was very transactional. You pay me for a service and then I'm going to give you what you asked for. Not even educating me on, well, you know, if you put this color on top of this, like, you know, it may turn orange and your hair may start getting brittle and start shedding. And they did it anyway. And you know, that for me, that was like an eye opener, even though I was still young. But I said, I haven't dyed my hair since that incident. And I like color. I see color on other women. I'm like, that is so pretty. But because of that incident that happened to me when I was in my early 20s, I have never dyed my hair since then. And I stopped going to them when I was like in my mid 20s and I started doing my hair myself because I was like, I will never let anyone, you know, damage my hair like that because, you know, I've always been into hair and hair health. And that was for me, a real eye opener. Like they don't care about your hair; they just want your money. And I had to take matters into my own hand, and I just started taking care of my hair ever since then.
I was about to say, and they will charge you so much money for a wash, $85 for a wash. And we're not going to put the names out, but I know what she's talking about because I too have been overtaxed by those people quite a few times. Just because, like you said, and that's another thing that, so when I started crafting the questions for this interview, I thought about the process of going natural, right? So the first thing that happens usually is, you know, at least in my experience, something traumatic happened. Like I had cut my hair and then it was like breaking in like two weird spots. And then I had to cut it off. And I was like, forget, relax, I'm done with it. And I had a new husband. So I really was trying to leverage my life. I'm like, he gonna accept me like this. I'm gonna go natural. What he gonna do? So that was kind of in essence the trauma or the breakthrough, right? The break. Then you go natural. Then there's a transition period where your hair is kind of nice and confused and straight on the end. And I want to talk to you, Monique, about the transition of Mielle Organics. I mean, humble beginnings in Chi-Town, of course, because we rep all day, to now being the #1 brand for hair care. Like, what does this feel like for you? Were you conscious of this transition? Did you know that it was happening, or did you just kind of wake up and you were like, oh my God, here I am?
Well, honestly, I'm still like pinching myself, like, oh my God, like, you know, look at what, you know, we've been able to accomplish. And when I first started the company, like I knew that we would be here one day. I just did not think that we would get here in this short time frame that we have, which, you know, it'll be 7 years this coming May. But for me, my husband and I, we've always been very big dreamers. And we've been very driven. Like we've known each other since I was 12 years old. We've been together since 16. We've literally grown up together. And I remember when we were younger, we used to drive around in like the nice homes, nice neighborhoods. And you know, we come from a very, very humble beginnings, like single mom. He was raised by his dad. So we came from like single family household. My dad was around, but you know, my dad suffers from drug addiction. So he's always, you know, since I've been born. And so he was there, but he wasn't there. So like to see like where we come from the struggle, like we would literally go drive around and say, you know what, one day we're gonna have a house like that. One day we're gonna be able to accomplish that. So that drive has always been in us. And it was like, you know, nothing's gonna stop us from accomplishing our dream. And when I had the idea to create a hair care company, he was like, well, go for it. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna come on and help. And it has been great because we have totally different backgrounds and skill sets. He comes from IT and engineering, and you know, I came from a nursing background. So with me having that health and science background and a passion for beauty, and him having the IT and logistic, him coming from that space, you know, he has really put together the whole operations for Mielle, and he handles a lot of the back end stuff. where I handle a lot of the front end and marketing and product development. And so we're just a great team because we work so well together because we're just so aligned. And for me, it was when I started, I knew that, you know, I believe in vision boards and manifestation. So I manifested all of this. So it's just amazing how God works, because like when you truly speak to your future and you speak things into existence, like I'm a true representation that it will happen. Because every year I write down my goals. I start in January and I write down my goals and I go over my goals at the end of the year. And I'll tell you my goals that I wrote down in 2020, when I look back at my goals this year, as I got ready to write new goals, I exceeded my goals that I set for myself last year, sales, personal goals. So it's for me, it's like the Bible says, it says, oh, can you guys hear me? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, like, it says, write the vision and make it plain. So I truly believe in that scripture, because his word tells you to write it down and make it plain. So everything that I write down, it comes to life. Like, I kid you not, it comes to life. And I just wrote down everything that I wanted to accomplish, and I'm actually living out my dream, and the things that I set out and desired is happening for us. So, you know, I'm really big on that.
Love that.
I love it.
So we got to transition.
You better preach.
No.
Right?
Preach.
I was like,
love
I
it.
got goosebumps. I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask Monique to write me a vision with some M's in it. Give me some extra zeros in my account. Let's make it happen. Yes. No, but I do believe in the power of self-actualization and visualization. But this is what we're going to talk about. So we got over transition, we got the breakthrough, and now we're going to talk about the freedom of natural hair. I would like each of you to provide your own personal definition of freedom as it relates to your roots with your hair.
I can't.
I will say, for me,
I
didn't have an appreciation for my hair as a child at all. Can you hear me, see? Yeah. Ooh, I got a nice size hair in my head, in my eye now. Ooh, that's really big. Somebody might want to go before me, because I just swallowed a massive eyelash. Whoa! Gotta go get that.
I would say, can you see me? I feel like I'm stuck now. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Okay. I would say freedom for me is just embracing your natural state. You know, because so, like I said before, like so many of us want to change, you know, our hair texture, and because we feel like we look more, you know, we look prettier this way. We have to be comfortable in our own skin. So freedom is just pretty much embracing your natural state and understanding that that is beauty within itself. Like, you don't have to change your hair like all the time to be beautiful. You can it's okay to wear your natural hair. And I think in this day and age, like, people make it so not cool because they feel like the weaves and the even the protective hairstyles, like the natural, you know, braids, ponytails, different things like that, is the enhancements like to your hair makes you prettier or makes you more beautiful and dramatic. So it's like we're not teaching our kids, or we're not putting that example out there enough to just, you know, embrace your natural hair state, embrace your natural beauty. Like, you can look beautiful with weave, you can look beautiful with your natural hair. Like, just learn to appreciate your hair, because, you know, some people unfortunately don't have the opportunity to, you know, be able to grow hair. Like, they suffer from all type of different things. So you was blessed with that, you know, blessed with that, to have beautiful hair. Embrace it. So that's free. That's being free to me.
I love it. Monique, what about you?
Yeah, I would say the freedom of natural hair. That was a question, right? You said, yeah. So for me, it's the freedom to express yourself and your personality, because I feel that our hair is our crown and glory, and our hair, and I think that we're becoming more bold and expressing who we are through our hair, right? And the freedom to not conform, because as I mentioned earlier, you know, always having straight hair, and my hair is straight because I got my ends clipped. So, you know, my hair is usually natural, but having, you know, growing up, not having the ability to express yourself and feeling like you had to hide who you truly were in order to fit in and in order to conform, working a job, you had to go in there bone straight hair, and don't you dare come up in there with a natural curl, because now you look unkept, right? So for me, it's the freedom is not having to conform and being able to express yourself and your personality through hair care and doing it safely, because there are ways that people express themselves with different colors, and that's great, but you also have to make sure that you're maintaining the health there as well. So that's really what it boils down to, just being free, being bold, and no longer having to conform to society standards of how you should wear your hair.
Exactly. So Toya is, I like her side view. Can you hit me with the side profile one more time so I could see what you're
What's all you mean?
Luckett. Both y'all killed. Everybody killed. I can't take y'all. It's just too much. Y'all are too cute. But listen, you know what? Like Monique, like you said, and I want Toya to come in with her freedom component. I think I gotta unmute you. But I think about professional environment, and when I decided that I was going to not only probably started the process of becoming a business owner around this time too, I couldn't schedule a hair appointment, right? I had a job interview. I had 24 hours to prepare. I couldn't schedule a hair appointment. The beauty supply store was already closed. Couldn't buy a safety ponytail. Done. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm not gonna get this job now because my only hair option is gonna be like a twisted, a 2-strand like updo or something like that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get this job, but I'm gonna go anyway because I'm not selling my hair. I'm selling my experience, right? Luckily for me, I get there. It's another African American woman that's the hiring manager. And she was like, how did you do that to your hair? And I was like, oh. Of course, I got the job, but the thought process, just even thinking about the trauma linked to how we present ourselves, a lot of it comes directly to our roots and our hair. And that's why I think this campaign is so impactful, because we put so much energy in the way our hair looks. And to just say, unmask it, let this go, be comfortable who you are, I think is extremely important. And I love that you guys are all working hard on this. And this is a really good campaign. So Toya, I want you to talk about your freedom before we leave, because I know you guys got another call soon. So I don't want to keep y'all forever, but I would.
Yeah, the lash tried to take me out.
Yeah, it did.
Do you see how big this lash is? Do y'all see
I can't see it.
We can't see you.
This was in my eye. You can't.
No.
You can't see me?
No, you're like frozen.
You can't see me?
No, I can see you frozen.
I see me.
You do?
You're kidding. Hi.
No, hold on. Let me do something. I'm going to stop your video and then I'm
going to take my camera off.
Yeah, and I'm going to put you back in with video. Okay. And for everybody watching, we are all now extremely tech savvy, and that's how we know how to fix things, okay? So we're fixing. Thank you. So, Toya.
Am I back in now?
Almost. Not yet. Still black, but it's coming up. I think you should be coming up in a second.
I'm out here.
You can see yourself? I can't
Let's
see.
You. I can see me. Y'all can't see me?
Nope. Can you see her? Nope, she just left again. Nope, still can't see you.
Okay, I'm up now.
Nope. It's okay. We know it's you. You can answer.
I can, okay, let me ask you, if I leave, if I come back.
It might help.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds. Here I go. I'm leaving.
Okay. So yeah, hair dye. Hold on, let me pause the recording real quick. Okay, we're back to recording.
She's back.
Taking her back to video. Still dark.
Okay.
There you are.
You go.
We got it.
You're back.
Super.
Ciao. Do y'all see it now? Hold on. I gotta show y'all.
Yeah.
this because it's the enemy. This thing is massive. Can you see it?
It fell in your
Oh, don't
eye?
hide now, you little.
Oh, you ate
little
it?
Biter. Yes, this was in my eye.
Oh no.
What is that?
This lash, a
It's a
lash,
lash.
but it was
Oh, wow.
massive.
That
I was
happened
like,
to me before the call, like the whole, like, because I'm super lazy. Whole lash
like a
just
blade.
fell on
I was
my
like, oh
face.
God.
I was like,
I'm going down slowly but surely.
no lash.
Yes. Okay. So freedom hair journey. I will have to say that as a person who did not like their curls at all, to the point where my grandfather, who is still in hair care, has his own beauty salon at 80 plus, almost 90 years old. Begged him to give me my first perm and cut my hair because I wasn't rocking with it. And it wasn't until I did go through something in my life, a traumatic experience that made me want to just cut my hair off. And I did. And I had a moment like you where I was having to go on an audition and I didn't have time to get into the hair salon or do anything. So I was like, let me just wash it and see what it does and blah, blah, blah. And baby, by the time I got to that audition, I said, now, wait a minute, hold on. I like what this is doing. I like these waves. I like these curls. And at that moment, I started to appreciate my curls. And I felt, you know what I mean? Because in that moment of looking at myself in the mirror, I saw myself and it was just me. It wasn't chemicals. It wasn't that I flat ironed or had to do anything. It was me. Yeah. And it was liberating. It just felt good. And I think that is so important, you know, with Black women or just women, period, or just everybody. Self-acceptance is so important. It's one of the most important things. And once you start to see you, then everything changes. You won't care how other people see you. And that's where the freedom is. When you start to see you and you start to believe in you and you start to accept you, your flaws, everything, how God made you to be, that's where the freedom is. And I challenge so many people to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
It's like a robot now.
Hair journey, but in your everyday life. Like, and I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to the choir. You know what I mean? When you're kidding me. I'm just out here. You can hear me, Laura?
No, you said not just with your hair journey, but in your everyday life. I think, Toya, that's the part that scrambled on you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, not just in your hair journey, but in your everyday life. And I just applaud, you know, Monique, Mielle for coming up, you know, with such a great campaign like this to highlight that. It's hopefully allowing or, you know, forcing people to take a look in the mirror and be okay with what they see and be accepting of their curls and be okay, baby, if you just had a baby and your edges ain't the way they used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And even I would like to piggyback off that. And some people don't have curls, like embracing your bush, like your whatever it may be, whatever your texture may be. Love that. Like appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, you know, some people be like, oh, I wish I had curly hair. I have like my niece, she have more of a, you know, like her hair is like a short, but yeah, it's her texture is different, but she still have nice hair. Like, and I always tell her, I was like, you should wear your hair like that sometimes because it's so pretty. Like you have such a beautiful face. Like I always have to tell her about that because she really hates her hair. Like she don't like it at all. She think when she take her braids out and when her hair is not pressed out, she feel like she's ugly. She said these words. I'm like, no, you are beautiful. Like you can pull that off. Like I have to constantly remind her of that. Like not everybody have the nice curly hair, you know, like that textures that everybody be wanting that. Like I want my hair to be curly. I want my hair to be straight. Like we all go back and forth about, you know, you want what you don't have. But some people, you know, kills the bush styles, like the natural bush styles. I think that is so beautiful. Like to see a Black, woman with her bush and comfortable with it and rocking it. That is so strong and powerful and beautiful. Like embrace that, love that. Like I love it.
And just take care.
Because you can defy gravity with your hair.
Yes.
Come on.
I tell my daughter that all the time. I'll be like, look at you defying gravity. Like
yes, look at you, queen.
The fro.
Yes.
I have this beautiful picture of my mom with her fro when she was in high school. And
so beautiful.
People always say, like, how did she get her hair like that? But it was like a perfect fro. I'm like, people where I started to feel like the long straight was what was hot, and that's and
the long straight is
that,
sexy.
But I feel like if we just take care of what we have, it's sexy.
Right, take care of what
but
you
just
have.
take care of what you got. However God gave it to you.
Right.
Use the products to take care of what you
have.
Exactly. And accept that, whatever it is. And
Toya, where'd you go?
Be accepting of what you have, to take great care of it. Now it's different if you're not using. And y'all done lost me again.
You going in
now? But we picking you up.
We
still got
That's the beauty in being a beautiful Black queen. There's so many different varieties. Like you can do it all. You can have the fro, the curly, the straight, the whatever it is. Like, and you still beautiful.
So Monique, I'd like you to end us out.
I always tell people, I don't want to leave you. That, can you guys hear me?
You always tell people. That's what I heard.
I don't know what's wrong with my internet connection. It is horrible, and I'm
been
sitting here trying to fix it. Can you guys?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I was just gonna say, I always tell people it's about using products with, obviously, of course, Mielle, managing your expectations, and also technique. Like those three things, because you got to use the right products, you have to use the right technique, and you have to understand what are your expectations for your hair. So when people ask me all the time, like, what do you recommend for my hair? Products I recommend. And it's like, well, what are you looking to do with your hair? What are your goals? Are you looking to, wear your hair curly? Are you looking for curl definition? Are you looking for growth? And when you understand what you're looking to obtain, then I can make better recommendations on the product. So now when I make product recommendations, now it's about the technique and how to properly use the product. Using the products wrong, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. And using high quality products, which is what we produce at Mielle, because we use high quality ingredients, because I understand hair, and every hair texture in African American women is different. So we make sure that we use high quality ingredients that moisturize the hair, that help. And we do a lot of education on our platform as well too, because we want our customers to know how to properly the products. Like, we don't believe in just pushing out products and saying, here, buy this product and see you later. It's no, buy this product. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you properly use it. Understand your hair type and your texture, so you can be able to manage your expectations. Because if you have a fro, you may not have natural curls, and that's. But I don't want you to go into this thinking that this product is now going to transform and make me have curls that look like a type 3 when I have type 4 hair. So you have to understand your hair type, and knowing that our job is to help embrace and to bring out what you already have, not to change you to look like somebody else. So that's why I say it's managing those expectations.
I love that. So you just answered my question, because I was gonna say, what is the rhetoric here? What do we want the people who may have, for some reason, the Black women out here in these streets that have no idea what Mielle products are? Like LeToya said, we don't know where they live because she's everywhere. What do we want them to know about this campaign? Let's say in a soundbite. Monique.
You said we want women to know
What do
about
we
the
want
campaign
women
in
to
the
know
soundbite.
about this campaign in a soundbite? Because you know people have really short attention spans now.
Say, take off the mask and embrace your natural self, and be unapologetically yourself. No one can be you.
Yes.
And that will be 2 snaps. That's it.
Love it.
Yes.
Well, that was perfect for me. I thank you guys for joining again. This is Laura Miller with Sheen Magazine. We have the dynamite super mommies, LeToya Luckett, Toya Wright, and Monique Rodriguez. This was an exclusive for Sheen Magazine. I thank you guys so much for joining me today. I had fun this evening, didn't even feel like work. So thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Talk to you soon, ladies.
Have a
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.